Welcome to Chi-Town Cigar Podcast, the podcast where three Chicago guys light up a fine cigar and get into everything from sports and current events to hobbies, life's little moments, and everything in between. Whether you're here for the cigars, the conversation, or just some good laughs, we got you covered. So grab your favorite smoke, settle in, and join us for laid-back chats with a Chicago twist. Now it's time to put some smoke in the air.
It's Tuesday night in the Windy City, and that means another episode of Chi-Town Cigars, where brands meet cigar enthusiasts. Whether you're joining us live or catching the replay, we're glad you're here. Every week, we bring together premium cigar enthusiasts, industry leaders, brand owners, master blenders, and the people behind the cigars we all enjoy. So pull up a chair, light your favorite cigar, and grab your favorite beverage. Welcome to the Virtual Cigar Lounge, and let's get the conversation started. Hello, Marty.
Welcome to the Virtual Cigar Lounge.
The Virtual Cigar Lounge.
Welcome to our entire audience. Good to have you back with us tonight.
Yeah. It's another Tuesday night, another great night here. Bad weather yesterday. Holy good God. We had more tornadoes whipping through the state of Illinois. I definitely think we're leading the nation in crappy tornadoes, but geez. So, let's say hello to a few of our friends here, and then we'll find out what we're smoking and drinking. Matt, happy belated birthday to Matt Brugger. He celebrated a birthday on Sunday, so he's another year older and another year not wiser, according to his wife. So I'll leave it at that. David K, what's going on, buddy? TX, what's going on, Kerry? How you doing, buddy? What else we got here? Oh, Fireborn's here. Always good to have him here. We'll get a little bit of saltiness going through him. Flasho, what's going on, buddy? Sammy Flo coming into us live. What's happening? And Sammy's getting the remainder of the weather today and tomorrow. Well, good luck, because what came through here is terrible. So, Joe Machado made it. Look at that. He made it home early enough to say howdy. Howdy, Joe. Oh, and look who else is joining us. There he is.
Woo! Hello.
Hello. So, what are you guys smoking? What are you drinking?
I am smoking a Domain attenuation.
I just got those yesterday. Those are really good cigars.
It is.
Yeah. So,
I like it.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. It came in my OGT package. And I was like, holy cow, this is a good cigar. Not that I'm not saying Domain doesn't put out good cigars. I was just really impressed with that cigar. So
yeah, I don't usually smoke the lighter cigars on the show because it's like the evening, and I usually tend towards something darker. But yeah. I grabbed their attenuation out of the pack I got from OGT.
Nice.
And yeah, it's good. And I'm having some Woodford Reserve double.
Nice. Rodney is saying morning, gents. It must be more than where you're at. I'm smoking. This is now. He's not on the show. He's not in the audience right now, so I feel bad. But this is a cigar that Eric gave us. You guys smoked it a couple months ago. This is the Triadora. He gave us. He listens to us quite a bit. He was. I finally found it. Did some cleaning of the humidor a week or so ago, and was able to pull up some stuff that I thought I had lost, and found this one. So I wanted to smoke this. He's not here yet, but maybe he will show up. So
I just texted him. I was like, hey, Mike is smoking a cigar.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought Rodney was. I'm like, wait a minute here. I thought I knew where he was and who he is. He had a really crappy day yesterday. So I'm glad you're joining us, because he was caught in the Chicago weather. And
it's Rod Gar. Is that like Rodney Cigar, or is that like a Roger?
I'm not sure what the name is, but I know it's Rodney. So
you do? Okay.
Yeah, he's one of my buddies from the Thursday night group.
Okay.
Yeah, and he does some fantastic work. If you're ever looking, I don't have an example to show you, but he takes lighters and ashtrays and puts bands on them. I'm actually going to have him make one for me, but Garcia is his last name. So there you go. So
okay.
there you go. But he does some fantastic work. I'll have to get an example one of these days and show you guys, or if he makes me one that I want, I'll show it. But some great work all by hand. So you can pick out your favorite lighter that doesn't have anything on it, and he'll put bands on it for you, whatever bands you want. He asked you to send him the bands. Obviously, he, but yeah, some great stuff. So let's see here. Go back up here. TX is smoking the Tatuaje PCA 2025 Corojo. So Sammy thought the ones took Teddy. Yes. David K's doing the Andalusian Bull, the limited edition, and some Buffalo Trace. Ooh, very nice. Matt is smoking the Mi Querida Gorilla Gordo. Nice. David K will be here. Oh, okay, there you go. All right, everybody tell him. Oh, there he is. There he is. Eric, I got it, buddy. I got it. I found it. I didn't let you down. I was very excited to make sure I had this. So, yeah.
It means trader in Arabic.
Oh. Tradora, which means wow. Okay. Nice. Teddy, what are you smoking?
Hey, hello. I'm smoking the Lalibela Lancero.
Oh.
How about this, huh?
Oh.
And then if I go through this, I got a Tennessee Waltz too. The old man too.
Very nice. Yeah. So crazy week, crazy weather.
Teddy's really lucky that it's not like a couple days ago, because if you'd have been trying to be outside when you could like literally cut the air with a knife, it was so humid.
But I do hear the cicadas behind them, so it's good to see that the cicadas are back out.
They survived.
They did survive.
That's why I'm going back and forth. That's why I'm going back and forth. I'm muting myself because they're up there.
Wait. Does anybody notice anything about Teddy right now? Before I say it, audience, does anybody notice anything about Teddy right now? Teddy, how old are you?
How old do you think I am? Oh.
Yeah. You're jumping up there with Marty and I, buddy. You're not that old. You're not that old.
Genetics. Okay. Yeah.
I'm looking at this and I'm like, wait a minute here. He's got some gray going on in that mustache and beard.
I thought he just had a buttered donut or something.
And it's weird. It's like, I don't know, man. It's after I'm going camping in Wisconsin this weekend, and after this camping, I'm not gonna grow a beard anymore. I look like I'm 45. Dude, everybody thinks I'm like 45 years old, dude. I was like, what are you doing? I'm like, dude,
that just for men hair color.
No, I'm not doing that shit. No, dude. Logicals, no. Yeah, there was a girl the other day at work, and she was like, "You're 40, right?" I'm like, "God, yeah. I gotta shave.
Sammy Flo wants to take care of your chia pet.
My chia pet? Oh my god.
maybe that girl likes older guys, Teddy.
Yeah.
You should have gone with it.
Well, I gotta tell you, yesterday, Ultimate, that was probably in her 50s. She was sitting on me. She was like, "Oh, Teddy." I was like, "Oh man." So yeah, it's genetics, guys.
Yeah, Fireborn 45, a decade ago. That man, I remember those days. So yeah, you definitely.
Like, what is gonna happen? I don't know what's gonna happen when I'm like in my 50s. I really have to dye my hair and my beard. No, I don't know.
Go with it.
Yeah, just
I'm just running with it. That way, when we go PCA next year, they're gonna think I'm, a little older.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Joe thinks you're going for the distinguished look. So,
what's our mission today?
We'll get to that. We're not really sure. It's sort of it's sort of the more I worked on our show, the more I went, this might not work. But I wanted to talk about something and we got quite a few people in the virtual lounge with us because some terrible news broke this week. Or actually, what was it this week? Today's Tuesday, so probably late last week, early this week. with Nicaragua.
Yeah, you see
Daniel Ortega has basically come out and said no more elections, and named his wife the co-president of the country. So this is definitely going to have some repercussions because, I hate to use the word Cuba, but if the U.S. will definitely get involved when politics starts becoming a factor. And human rights violations, all that kind of stuff gets in there. So
they're supposed to have an election November of 2026, and looks like it's not going to happen.
2027 now. So
2027. Okay.
Yeah. So what I read was that they're waiting. The U.S. could wait to see what happens in 2027 because there's still the idea that the opposition could rise up and, I don't want to say attempt a coup, but could rise up and force them to have an election or, be in a position that the country wants an election. But if there's no election in 2027,
probably why you're seeing a lot of these cigar companies open up stuff in Honduras and other places who might be a little more stable.
Mm-hmm. The DR has become that place
DR and Honduras lately, man. I don't mind Honduras tobacco, like I said before. I think let's do it. And the crazy part is, on top of that you say, Mike, with the election, the tariffs going up this month for Nicaragua. Well, actually it happened July 24th, because today is the 28th. So 4 days ago is at 12.5% for Nicaragua, Dominican Republic, and for Honduras, it stay at 10% flat. So
yeah,
it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I was listening to our buddies over there on Cigar Hustler today, and they were talking about the tariffs, and there's some BS going on. I mean, because they're saying, oh, there's child labor and workers' conditions and stuff like that, and they're like, you know what? That's not even close to being the truth. So there's definitely some, we don't get into politics, but when it comes to tariffs, there's definitely some bad thoughts behind the tariffs right now. But good evening, Wilson. Glad you joined us, buddy. Glad you're here. So,
another huge thing. I mean, Nicaragua is one of the, what was it? It was the 58 million cigars from last year, or this, I think 2026, actually 2026, like almost 50, 56, 57 million, I think, cigars, on the first quarter of 2026 came from Nicaragua in the United States. So it's gonna be really interesting the next few months to a year to see what's gonna happen.
Yeah. So David K just said his Oveja Negra factory. We did not talk about this pre-show, but you're shaking your head no.
We didn't talk about it. You're right.
Can I announce it?
Sure.
Please do it.
We have secured James Brown. We have absolutely secured James Brown to be on our show. This is rare. I'm telling you right now, it's rare because he's not on a lot of shows. So I talked with his wife today, and we have secured September 29th for James Brown to be on our show.
Nice.
So put it on your calendars now, guys.
That's really cool.
It is really cool. And I've told them up front, the Virtual Cigar Lounge, we take questions from our audience. So so bring your questions. Bring your questions.
David, get ready. David has a lot of questions, I'm pretty sure. So
yeah. So it's
expect
fantastic.
Our audience to do their homework and bring good questions.
Bring good questions. Yeah, absolutely. So
we'll throw them out there at them.
Yeah. And I mean, as long as we're going down the line, next week we have John Simmons from Warfighter. So that's that. And then August 18th, I just confirmed with these two guys, Mike and Mike from Bostania, the Cigar Hustler podcast. And again, I pitched it to him saying, hey, Virtual Cigar Lounge, we take questions. And so if you if you listen to the Cigar Hustler podcast, they get a lot of comments a lot of times. They get a lot of back and forth. So we're opening it up saying, hey, if you have questions for Mike and you want to ask them, come join our podcast. Check out our podcast. We're taking these questions live, and they're willing to take these questions. So we're going to obviously screen some of the questions because, again, I listen to their show every day, and some of the stuff gets a little bit out there. But we're going to be, we're definitely going to be.
So it's going to be that night. Mike and Marty and Teddy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So,
we have a new, welcome.
DPG. Welcome. Glad you're here. Glad you found us. Yes, Fireborn. We are blocking you from James Brown, and we're blocking you from Mike and Mike. So
we're not going to block you. You're going to be there.
But it's we've got some good shows coming up. I'm really looking forward to next week. I mean, I'm looking forward to the Mike and Mike, the Pastania interview. But John Simmons from Warfighter, just an excellent brand, and just got some good cigars out there. And again, I haven't seen him on a lot of podcasts. They have their own little podcast, but it's always nice to bring somebody in and be able to ask them questions ourselves. So I'll need to buy some Black Label. Yeah, you're going to have to. You're going to have to. And I'd highly recommend, if you haven't, to grab that Bishop's blend, the new 2026 Bishop's blend. So,
yeah, I smoked one yesterday again. Whew.
Yeah, Joe. He is quick. He is very. So is Stefan Kevich. He's. We've got to up our game for that show because he's going to critique us. Oh, nice, very nice. We lost you, Marty.
We lost you, Marty. We can't hear you. Is it muted?
Yeah, I've muted because I was making noise, but it's got a nice sampler pack in there.
Mm-hmm.
And you have Maduro, Connecticut. You have basically everything.
This is like the first time I've opened it, so there's looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different blends.
Nice, yeah. Good variety pack.
Yeah, DPG says, welcome.
Yeah, he says he's a new cigar aficionado. He picked up the hobby. Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah. Very nice. Well, stick around with us. We'll try to lead you down the right path, and our audience will chime in as well. So it's always good to be around a group of people that can help keep you on this hobby, this lifestyle, and get you with some good cigars and some fine cigars. So this Eric, this is really good. I'm really enjoying this. So,
yeah, I don't know if I'm wrong, but that's a Dominican Puro, dude. Straight up Dominican, all of it.
Yeah,
I think so. I don't know if he could chime in to tell us, but I'm pretty sure it's Dominican.
Yeah,
all Dominican fillers, binder, and
so. Oh, Marty left. Marty's done. He's out. There he's in. Now he's back. So yeah. So we're working on some more guests. It was big to land him, and I'm excited. So that should be good. And then Wigwag Workshop. Hello.
Welcome.
This must be the first time for you on our show. Welcome. Glad you're here.
Yeah, 89th episode today, and then tomorrow, next week, 90th with Warfighter.
We're moving in. Yeah,
we're closing in on 100.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, and we'll just blow right through 100. We're gonna just go blow through. It's not gonna be all the pop and circumstances that you see. We're gonna be just happy that we hit 100 and keep moving on. So, we did this. I shouldn't say we did this, but a couple months ago, probably 8 months ago, we did the Rojas. What was that? What was that? It was become a cigar aficionado type of a
cigar specialist.
Yep.
Cigar specialist.
Yeah, Dominican Pro, fantastic. You nailed this. You absolutely nailed this. You should get into our hands some more often. This is really darn good, Teddy. I'll have to check out your selection over there.
Yeah, I'll. Eric has sent us a whole box. I mean, Eric just texted me. What was it, Eric? It was like 3 weeks ago that he came out with another new cigar. I liked all of them, man. He has a really good line. And if I'm not mistaken, Eric can correct me again. All the tobacco comes from Arturo Fuente. I don't
Oh,
know. You know, he's very close to Arturo Fuente, very close friend. So, all the tobacco comes from him. I like 90% sure. So.
Yeah.
The Rojas Quiet Morning is a sleeper cigar.
Is it? I want to try that so bad. When he put it up there, I'm
So
like, this
good.
is a cigar I really want to try. So
It's so good. Like somebody gave it to me, and it was so good.
Sammy, I'm smoking. It's called the Triadora, and Eric Steffens, this guy right here, as I put it back up, it's his cigar. So fantastic. I don't know if you're getting shushed, Teddy. You might be getting shushed. He might not want that.
Yeah. So it's Diab Ellen. He has one of the biggest cigar lounges, I think, in Ohio, Columbus, Ohio. Oh my goodness, I forgot the name. House of Cigars, if I'm not wrong, Eric.
Okay.
But yeah, man. Hey, I have some people that come from Ohio that talk really good stuff about the lounge. So hopefully one day I can visit it.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's I don't know if Rodney's still here or not. If he's watching at the lounge, he put me on to a guy. I've got to talk to them some more about a guy down south that Doc. I want to call him Doc Q, but I'm probably wrong. That he said we need to have on our show. Really, really well informed. Has his own lounge and place down south, and just a really stand-up guy. So we'll definitely work on that. And so Wigwag is saying that's a house brand. House of Cigars on Huntley Road. Lewis is a great guy. Oh, there you go. There you go. So Eric and Wigwag are sharing some information there. So yeah, so about 8 months ago we talked about the whole Rojas blend, and I managed to dump my box 3 times in one show. And so in there we sort of talked about a little bit about cigars and the tobacco, and the tobacco specifically from Nicaragua. Hold on a second here. Didn't want to see this online. So I just thought, I thought, well, maybe we'll talk a little bit more about the seed to smoke. We all know it's, cigars touch 300 different hands before we finally touch it with our own little grubby hands. And when they're in humidors, they might be touched by another 300 hands before you get it into your hands. So, and I'll add this up here. The more I dove into this, the more I realized I just don't know that much about cigars. I'm sure Luke is here. Hey, Luke, what's going on, buddy? So you get the whole line. You get the whole tobacco plant. Joe, I should have reached out to Joe Machado and had him send us one of the leaves from his plant.
Joe's here. Like, he could probably tell us a lot because he's like growing tobacco. Yeah. House, right?
Yeah. What's up, Yuri? How you doing, buddy? So yeah. So so the Corona, the Ligero, the Viso, the Seco, the Volado, and then the Roots, as they give that a special name too. I can't.
You don't smoke the Roots.
You don't smoke the Roots. There it is. There it is. Dr. Oscar Rodriguez with GTO Cigars. So that's the guy. Thank you, Rodney. I knew you were still listening to me, buddy. I appreciate that. So I'm going to work on getting him on our show. So it's interesting because as you go through this and you start looking at this and start understanding the leaves more and what they bring to it, it sort of opens up a whole different world as we know cigars, because we all know cigars and we all know, the wrappers. We pretty much more know the wrappers than I think we know the fillers. I mean, we'll talk about this. Has got Ligero in it. This has got Viso in it. Viso Horny, our buddy Tyler over there. Here we go. Eric's throwing in the Medio Tempo, only found on like 5% of some plants. Very few cigars contain this in their blend. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So it was real interesting as I was diving into this and looking at the whole plant. And I guess one of the things is the question, we always talk about ammonia and getting that ammonia taste. Do you guys know where that comes from, or what's your thoughts behind ammonia and that whole experience with cigars?
See, I never. Everybody says, talked about it before about ammonia smell and taste the cigars. And the New World cigars, like, Nicaragua, Dominican, all that stuff, I never had the taste. But when it comes to Cuban, before I had it, maybe it was not aged properly or it needed more aging. But I'm not familiar with any, ammonia flavor with the newer cigars. So.
Well, the dogs are chiming in their 2 cents, if you can hear them in the background. So there's quite a few reasons why you could get notes of ammonia. Hold on 1 second here. Let me try to get them to shut up for a second. Oh, there they go. So there's quite a few different reasons that you can get the ammonia note when you're smoking it. And so the first one is incomplete fermentation. I think you hear that with everybody. Whenever somebody gets a cigar that they feel has got more ammonia in it, they'll tell you that it's incomplete fermentation or insufficient aging. I think that's the two things that you'll hear the most is, oh, the cigar wasn't aged long enough. Oh, the fermentation process wasn't. And there is some rationale behind that because when you're fermenting the tobacco leaves, a lot of that stuff is coming out. And so when the tobacco is in the polone, the ammonia and those characteristics naturally come out of it. And so you lose it. So if it's not aged or if it's not fermented long enough, then that's where you're going to start to see that. And then the aging. So fermentation and aging are two different things. There's actually quite a few. Everybody puts aging in as this one big net that encompasses everything, and it's really not. So you have the fermentation, you have the aging. So the fermentation could be complete, but the leaf needs more time for the remaining ammonia and sharp compounds to dissipate or to go out. So that's the whole aging process. So
therefore, hear somebody on our show talk about the sick period that happens. Like you can smoke a cigar right after you roll it, but there's a certain period after that where it won't taste good at all.
Exactly. Yep. I think Fabian talked about it. I think Fabian was one of the ones that talked about that. And yeah, you can roll a cigar and smoke it right away and you're fine. But then you've got that period. I think it's a pretty short window to where, if you start to smoke it after that period, you're going to get a lot of ammonia and it's going to be this, just rancid.
I think people usually try and age their finished cigars at least like 3 months or something.
Yeah. So that's two of the reasons. And then the other stuff, I was trying to find the other things.
The other reason is if you accidentally dipped it in ammonia.
That would be the
cleaning crew came around and
the cleaning crew came. That's right. The other thing is it's shipped too soon after rolling, and that's sort of what you were talking about, the sick period. There is a whole reason for the sick period, but the moisture in the rolling can reactivate that chemical. So if you start to ship that thing too soon after its age, you could actually bring the ammonia back into it. So you've got to let them sit even before shipping them. You get your sick period. And that's, it just gets that ammonia. I mean, it's the only thing to really talk about. It's after the rolling of the transportation. You can get that sharp, sour, muddled taste in it, and it's going to be bad. Excessive humidity. So if your cigar humidor is too high, it's not the result of what the factory did. It's a result of the way you're storing your cigars. So, if your cigars are too humid, you're going to get that acrid or that ammonia-like sensation when you're smoking it. The other thing is, and this was one that I didn't really think about, is smoking it too fast. Because if you start to smoke that cigar too fast, you're bringing in those harsh compounds. You're getting that flavor in your cigar. So again, somebody was smoking, oh, this is like ammonia. Well, how are you smoking now? Are you smoking this thing, puff after puff after puff, or are you letting it rest? Are you letting the cigar breathe, sort of like a fine bottle of wine, and just sort of letting it develop versus, some people you'll see them, they'll suck on a cigar like it's a freaking cigarette, so.
How do you tell if you're smoking too fast? Like when you pick up a cigar, you kind of, like when I pick up a cigar, I as I'm going through it, I'm kind of watching what it's doing and getting a feel for how much the filler is burning compared to the wrapper, and adjusting my smoke length based on what the cigar is telling me it needs.
Yeah, and I don't know of a visual way to see it. Matt says burn issues. Yeah, I think, but I think those are all going to be, when you're smoking it too fast, you're going to start to see all those things. So how do you judge a cigar? And I think there's a point of, I look at it, and sometimes I'm a victim of my own issues of smoking a cigar too fast because I'm enjoying it, and so I want to keep smoking this. I'm like, oh, this is great, and you sort of got to let that cigar sit there, for 30, 45 seconds or more. Sometimes, back to the Steve Saka comment, and he didn't make it on our show. He made it. I think he made it on one of the PCA interviews, but his cigars are always, he feels he has to, he calls it the piss test. And he says if he can take a drag off his cigar, put it on his tire, go into the bathroom at the local 7-Eleven or whatever, take a piss and come back out, he should be able to suck in that cigar again and it should still be lit and still be going strong. And I look at that going, and more and more now, after I've heard that, I judge a lot of cigars based on that, going, why did this cigar, I put this cigar down for 45 seconds to a minute. Why is it out already? Why am I touching it up? Why am I relighting it? That's, I shouldn't have to do that, so.
I rarely smoke too fast. Like I'm more on the other end. I'm like smoking too slow. And I noticed that a lot of times the wrapper the burn on the inside of the filler has gone down below the burn line, and you can kind of see the wrapper around the burn line gets kind of wavy, and that's like an indication that I need to speed up my smoking a little bit. I need to pay more attention. I'll be busy doing something and not paying attention to the cigar.
Slashwell says if it gets soft or spongy, he realizes he needs to slow down.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
David Case says, "Ain't wrong."
No, he's not wrong.
No.
But I agree with Slashwell, and it happened actually Saturday night. You guys remember, everybody knows Sheldon. We did a couple episodes here. It was 11:30 at nighttime. Sheldon's like, dude, this cigar is like burning me. It's like maybe a little bit more than 1/3. It was like maybe close to halfway. It's like, dude, this is like burning my lips and my tongue. And I was like, dude, you gotta take it easy. You'd be smoking it probably really too fast. Because I was like, didn't you light this up? It was a Toro. I don't remember what cigar it was, but I was like, didn't you light this up like about 15 to 20 minutes ago? So it happens. Yes, when you're smoking it too fast, I was about to say Joshua, but Slashua, you're right. It gets spongy, it gets very hot, and then you can really actually feel the heat in your tongue, and that means you really have to slow down with your with your smoking. Basically, I gotta tell you, you guys see me before here in this episode. I go sometimes fast, but I stop. You have to give it a minute at least, throw up puffs.
And different ring gauges, well, you have to adjust your speed based on the ring gauge. Like your Lancero that you're smoking, you have to keep up with that a little more than like a large ring gauge will stay a little while longer.
Yeah, absolutely. So and so just circling back to, we were talking about the whole fermentation thing, and people, like I said, people want to lump it all together. And there's actually 4 different processes for that. So it's the curing process, which is that first natural where it started to remove the moisture and your leaves go from green to brown. The fermentation process, which is the whole heat.
So the curing is in like the barn, that just hang them up in the barn and let them.
Yep.
initially go from green to brown.
Yep. And then your fermentation, which is your polone process. And then you get your aging. And then you finally get your post roll. So that post roll is huge. That post roll rest, you've got that cigar rolled and now it's got to sit. And, that's where you see the pictures of all these, barns that got these bundles of cigars that are just sitting there and they're just post roll resting and developing those flavors and those notes that we all absolutely enjoy. So, you don't realize just how much a cigar has to rest, and just how much it just sits and does nothing, and then the flip side is the whole polone process, which I told Terrence this, I still think the lesson that, Fabian taught us. Yeah. And if you're new to listening to us and you haven't had a chance to go back and listen to our interview with Fabian, he did a great job talking about the difference between Aganorsa and some other companies and their whole process of the Polones. But this is, I was able to put together and just to see, the build, the heating, the target, the turn and cool, and then you get to rebuild and you're doing it all over again, and so it was interesting. I was trying to figure out and trying to get an idea and, of course went to ChatGPT to answer my question of how many turns there are or rebuilds there are in a Polone. And it varies. Obviously there's nothing that, is a statute to say, okay, you're once you get to 6 turns, you've done it. Some factories do it more. 6 seems to be the average.
I think you keep doing it until the heat won't rise anymore, right?
Exactly. Yep. Until you get to that point.
What tobacco you have in there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's a certain point at which you fermented out all the sugars and it's not going to get hot anymore.
Yep. Fireborn says, so what I'm hearing is that for a cigar to impart the correct amount of relaxation to the smoker, it must have been charged with the proper amount of rest. That's probably, that's really it. So
we're absorbing the rest of the cigar into our bodies and rest. Yes.
As we rest. So make that a shirt. I'm resting because this cigar rested. So,
but yeah, if they don't ferment it enough and then they put it in a bale and let it age 3 years, it'll start fermenting in the bale, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you know about that.
Yeah.
And then, like we said, the fermentation just depends on what kind of tobacco and how long to ferment it.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny you say that, Joe. It's funny you say that because this was the conversation that they were having on Cigar Hustler today about Nicaragua, and they were saying, if they keep putting these tariffs and everything on it, they said start making them here, and you can't do it. You can't make them here based on the same process that is going down in Nicaragua, and it's like going, you sort of got to just sort of let a sleeping dog lie and stop trying to ruffle the feathers down there. I mean, these guys know what they're doing. I mean, and, the trimmings of the tobacco plant, the cutting of the stalk and bring it. I mean, it's all like, this stuff that's passed down from generation to generation.
Yeah, you have all these generations, and on top of that, you have the environment. You got the good weather, you got the soil from, volcano soil, from Honduras, Nicaragua. I just learned also that because I have a customer that comes every Friday, Saturday. Guatemala is not on the radar for tobacco, but there's a lot of fillers that they're not. A lot of big brands don't bring that up, and I don't know why. I want to do more. I want to investigate on that more. But he told me that there's a lot of. He has a friend that he sells on smaller business, smaller factories, tobacco from Guatemala, and you cannot compare soil from Nicaragua and Honduras to say, Connecticut, it's
Right.
you can't. It's a fact. So
Joe, I want to know, are you growing enough tobacco to have your own cologne?
I think he's got one plant. Maybe he's got two. I don't think his cologne's gonna be pretty small. That's what she said.
Like, you need a lot of tobacco in your cologne because it's like the weight of the tobacco on top of the other tobacco is what's causing the fermentation to happen.
In the heat. Yeah, and it's causing the heat. Yeah, yeah. So let's play a quick game here since we're talking about this.
All
A
right.
game. Yeah.
What do we win?
You win knowing this information.
Oh,
So I have,
Knowledge.
let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12. So it's sort of like a Family Feud type of a thing. What influences the characteristics of a leaf? So, and this is open to anybody, but what do you think influences the characteristics of a leaf?
what do you narrow that down a little more? Like,
So we have the seed.
you're,
So
you're growing a certain variety of tobacco. And
yeah. So let's just say your typical cigar plant, your typical tobacco cigar plant, your typical tobacco plant. So you've planted that. Okay. We're not going to say that it's Criollo 99 or, Criollo. Yeah. We're not going to say this is just your typical tobacco plant. What causes it to develop certain flavors, from seed to ferment from seed to rolling, let's say from seed to rolling.
If you did an experiment where you grew the same variety of tobacco and you varied like the amount of shade that it was grown under or the amount of water it got or what kind of soil it was planted in.
Yep. So
Those are three things. What else?
Well, Matt says temp.
there's a lot of factors.
Yep. So temperature is definitely one of those. Fireborn says terrier, and I'm not sure.
Terroir, I think that's how you say it. That's the fancy term for the dirt.
Oh, okay. We'll call we'll call soil. Yeah, that's fine. Soil's in there. Luke says soil. Matt says water. Marty, keep reading these off so I can look at my list and read them off at the same time. So rainfall or irrigation. So yeah, that's in there. What else do we have?
That's all we have.
Nothing more. Okay.
Hours of sun.
Hours of sun. So sunlight. Yep, that's correct.
Sugar.
Nope.
Well, I mean, they'll have some.
If you want to throw that into the fermentation process, then we'll give it to you.
How about when they season them and then say, there's some cigars out there, like, a huge example is Atabey, that it goes in the, like it gets aged within 2 years in boxes, and
they age their stuff in like cedar and like different
cedar bins. Yeah. So that could,
aging. Yeah, we'll throw aging's in there. Yeah.
aging.
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of people say if you talk to your plants, they'll grow differently. So has anyone studied that?
They haven't studied that. No.
And sing to your tobacco?
I know Mo made fun of me. I talk to my cigars.
Joe should try that.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll say 5 more. 5 more.
There's 5 more on your list.
5 more?
5 more on my list. Yeah, 5 more on my list.
Wow.
Insects?
No. What?
No.
Yeah, okay. I'll give you that. Disease pressure. So I'll throw that in there. Yeah, disease pressure. I'll give that to you. Elevation. There you go. Wigwag. Yeah, buddy. He's coming in with the knowledge. What's up, Kobe? Glad you're here. Elevation. Yeah. Elevation is definitely that one. So anything else?
Humidity?
That's rainfall and irrigation.
Okay.
All right. I'll give you the rest of these. Plant spacing. How closely or how far you plant the the plants next to each other. So harvest timing. When are you pulling in that harvest? What else did I have here? The curing technique. So those 4, and then we got and wigwag got elevation. So
that's the same thing with wheat plants. I had to throw it out there.
So there's a lot that goes into developing those flavor notes. As we say, I mean, plant spacing probably is one of the most obvious one.
See, Fireborn. As Laureem walks through the fields and the flavor is imparted to the plants.
I'll let him know that Friday when I see him. I'll tell him.
Laureem.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Joe says he has 9 in the ground and pots. Proof of concept this year. And he's saving the seeds. He's going to hang leaf from all 9. So you're gonna dry some tobacco.
Oh,
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Nice job, Joe. He's
Yes.
gonna have the Florida sun grown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And so then, and as long as we're talking about him hanging stuff, the priming positions are you're gonna hang all of your leaves and your leaf, so you're not gonna mix leaves. So you're each the Seco is going to be one, the Viso is going to be another one, the Ligero is going to be another one, the Corona, the Velado. These are all going to be grouped together. So because you don't want to mix those. So that's a whole nother aspect too. If you think about harvesting, all of a sudden now these guys are, it's not just pulling leaves off a plant and going, oh, here, these guys all know this stuff. So you're going back and you're looking at this plant and you're like, okay, this is the Ligero. This is the Viso, and this is the Seco. So it's like, again, I guess I didn't think about a harvest, but we all think, okay, you're going to pull this thing off and you're going to hang it up. But now all of a sudden they got to know where they're pulling stuff from. They got to know which is what. And, you sure as heck don't want to pull a Ligero when you think you're pulling a Viso. So
don't pull my Ligero.
Don't pull your Ligero.
It was a great video. I think I watched it last week on Instagram with Nick Perdomo and his son. They were in the curing process where all the leaves were hanging, and they grabbed one of the leaves.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure exactly what it was, which cigar it was from, but they both were talking, the smoke of the cigar. And Nick Perdomo opened up the leaf, and they lit up the cigar. The leaf with a lighter,
Mm-hmm.
and because the process and the fermentation is so good, the burning went from the inside outside very slow, and that's what Nick Perdomo say he's looking forward to seeing the of equal burning and a whole circle in the middle, and that's what he said you're looking to see that that the leaf is curing properly, basically.
Wow. 110 to 118 in Nebraska.
What's up, Kobe?
That's just wrong. That's just wrong.
Yeah, that's hot.
Ooh, that's hot.
So
Wow.
is Ligero here? I'll cheat here. Is Ligero always a strong leaf? When you hear Ligero, is that like always gonna be strong? It's got a bunch of Ligero in it.
I thought it was not, but I just read it. It says it is, but I thought it was the opposite. But because the sun sees it more, right? It's
Ligero's
stronger.
the stronger.
Okay. Yeah.
It's stronger, but it's not necessarily based on that alone. So the strength also can come from the tobacco variety, which I'm sure Joe would tell us about, the growing conditions, the fermentation, the age, the quality used in the blend, and where the Ligero is positioned in the bunch. And of course, we're back to our old faithful, how fast you smoke a cigar, because you can get a lot of strength out of a cigar if you're smoking it really fast. So again, the misnomer that a lot of people have is, oh, hey, this is Ligero, this is going to have a lot of strength. You could smoke a Ligero cigar nice and slow and go, this isn't as strong as I thought it was going to be. and somebody else can smoke it next to you, smoking it twice as fast, going, this thing's got some punch to it. So it's you got to factor all those things into it and realize that just because it's got Ligero in it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be a strong cigar.
And then to get it out there, the Ligero, the Seco, and the Volado from the plan, that's always going to be the binder and the filler, right? You cannot use any of those three to make the wrapper. Just to put it out there, if people do not know about it.
Yeah. Wrapper's always made from what, Teddy?
Well, it comes from it's.
Show the picture of the plant again, Mike.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, because I'm not sure about this answer, Marty. You're putting me on the spot.
I always thought I was going to learn something from you. You were saying there are certain ones you can't use as wrapper.
Yeah, but I thought the wrapper is mostly, plants or the kind of the growing under the shade, right? That's what I thought that the plan.
But I'm not sure that that's always true. Like a fine Connecticut one, those are grown more in shade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But maybe if you had like a big, strong Connecticut broadleaf, maybe that's not grown in the shade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is Connecticut? I was going to say. Usually the wrapper, from what I know, is after the curing, after fermentation, it's the leaves that look the best. So they're going to say, hey, this is a wrapper leaf versus this one doesn't look as good. This is going to be a filler leaf.
But I think Teddy's right. There's like some of these that you would never consider to be a wrapper.
Right. Anything. Yeah, I mean, I think. We're looking at the picture again here.
They always said before that the wrappers towards is the middle of the plan, but I never, I thought, that say San Andres wrapper, right? It's a different plan, and they're using just the middle part of that. So maybe I'm mistaken, but I thought this whole time that the wrapper is basically the middle part of the plant, but I never heard that it's Viso. Maybe I'm wrong.
So Gemini says cigar wrappers primarily come from the middle to upper sections.
Right. Yeah.
Specifically Seco and Viso.
Okay. Yeah. So, as you say, you'd be hard pressed to get something out of the Volado as a wrapper.
Yeah. No, absolutely not.
Yeah. So yeah. I was going to tell you guys something else here, and it slipped my mind. Let me find it again here. I was going to talk about the harvest and the whole benefit, because we said harvest is a big deal, but it's where am I at here? Sorry,
I got all the wrappers too. If we could talk about that too.
Go ahead.
So obviously you have the Brazilian wrapper, right? You got your Connecticut wrapper, you got your Connecticut broadleaf wrapper, you got your Cameroon wrapper, you got your Dominican wrapper, Honduran, Ecuador wrapper. So it could be, like we said, it's a lot of them. You got the San Andres wrapper, Sumatra wrapper. I don't know if I'm missing anything else, but I believe when read online that it's specific seed for that plant will be the wrapper, and like we said, it's going to be from the top and the middle of the plant. So from all these different seeds, that's how you're going to get your wrapper. And obviously you're going to get, your fillers and the binders from the rest of the plant, from the middle and the top and the bottom that blend into.
Yeah, Slosh was telling me that the Velato is used as a wrapper. That's according to AI. So that's shocking to me, but it's not beyond anything. I haven't traveled yet to a factory, so one of these days. So,
do you see how you guys were used to talk about? Hey, did you Google this? Now we say AI.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah. So the harvest. So back to the harvest idea and the perfect timing for harvest. Which again, I give these farmers all the credit in the world, because if you get something that's immature, it's going to be it's not going to, obviously it's not going to have the body that it should be. It's going to be oily. It's just not going to be a good plant. And at the same point, if it's over ripened, now you've got it where it's fragile and you really can't process it. So they've got to make sure that they're getting the plants when they're gone from deep green towards a lighter green. They've got to make sure that they've got the central vein has got the right changes to it. I don't think I have enough brain cells to be able to keep up with all this stuff. I mean, I watched the corn out here by my house and I'm thinking, all right, that stuff looks dried. And it'll be another month before they start even harvesting this stuff. And I'm thinking, holy cow, these guys are harvesting this stuff at the prime time, at the same point for tobacco. And I mean, again, we all complain about the cost of a cigar, but the knowledge these guys have down there and bring them up here to America and they're all going to be making 6-digit salaries because they've got this knowledge that a lot of us don't have. So
takes a lot to know how to be a good farmer.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. So why don't we do this?
Yeah, there's a lot of details behind the whole process, guys. I mean, like Mike said in the beginning, it passes through a lot of hands when it gets to our hands.
Yeah.
It literally, it probably, what do you know, I know you said 300 hands, but you're not far away from it. I mean, if you think about it, it probably passes through about 10 people, right? Till it gets to the shelves, at least.
300 hands would be 150 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so it could be the ball game, maybe more than 10 people too.
But you figure, okay, so you're going from you're going from
all the people planting it.
Yeah.
And all the people
trimming it
and curing it, and then different people in the plone, then different people sorting it for color, then different people rolling it.
Yeah.
Well, people aging it, different people boxing it, different people selling it.
Yeah. I didn't think about this. Again, they were talking about this on Cigar Hustler, but they were talking about if a roller calls off, if a roller says, hey, I'm sick today, I'm not coming in, how that throws everything out of whack, because now you've got a partner that doesn't have anything to do. You can't say, okay, well, you're going to go, what do I do? My partner isn't here. She or he does the filler and I do the wrapper. Well, if they're not here, it's okay. Well, you got to give me work. I'm here to work today. It's not my fault that somebody called off, but it's how that throws everything out of whack, and why them showing up is so critical. And at the same point, they'll just call in saying, I'm not coming in today. I got a sick kid or something like that, and they don't show up at work. And it's like, okay, what do we do now? So,
and obviously the wrapper part, I think we all can agree, and it's true. The wrapper is the most expensive tobacco part of the whole cigar, basically.
It's the most fragile.
And the most fragile. It is the most expensive thing. Expensive, but out of a binder and a filler.
Yep. Let's take a quick break here. Let's run through a couple of commercials. We'll come back with our second half of the show.
Looking for the ultimate eyewear experience in Chicagoland? Discover Eyewear Fix, your premier eyewear store for over 28 years. From sunglasses to sports glasses to safety gear, we've got it all at every price point. Bring your prescription, and we'll handle the rest. Our appointment-only office offers a private, concierge-style experience tailored to your busy schedule. Call or text Chris at 630-853-9999 for 167 to book your visit and see why Eyewear Fix surpasses expectations. Eyewear Fix, where style meets precision. Get your fix today. Step into luxury at Ultimate Cigar Lounge, where passion meets perfection. Discover a world of premium cigars, hand-selected from the finest tobacco regions. From bold beginners to seasoned aficionados, our curated collection delights every palate. Grab a cigar from our amazing selection, pair it with freshly brewed coffee or fine spirits, and sit back and relax in an atmosphere of elegance and warmth. Ultimate Cigar Lounge, your haven for unforgettable moments. Visit us today and ignite your senses. Ultimate Cigar Lounge, located in Villa Park, Illinois.
This episode of Chi-Town Cigars is brought to you by Aganorsa Leaf Cigars, where great cigars begin exactly where they should, with the tobacco. Dun-dun-dun. Grown from authentic Cuban seed tobacco on Aganorsa's own farms in Nicaragua, these cigars are built on flavor, balance, and craftsmanship. No gimmicks, no shortcuts. From the first light to the final draw, you taste the difference when the leaf comes first. Aganorsa Leaf Cigars, the leaf is our strength. A little bit of information too on Aganorsa Leaf. Taryn shared this with us on Sunday night at the Aganorsa event. They're coming out with a different concept, and they're going to be releasing the Fumas in 10-pack bundles. So a lot of people have said to Terrence, hey, can't we buy these Fumas? These are perfect for me to drive to work and smoke, or if I'm in the yard and I don't want to, so they've listened to people, and they're going to be putting out 10-pack bundles of the Fumas. So you get 10 Fumas for $20, which isn't bad. $2 a Fuma. That's a
You're walking around the yard looking like Clint Eastwood and spaghetti Western.
Yeah.
Smoking your cheroots.
Yeah. So, and then I know Fireborn's going, but is anybody else from our live listeners? Obviously, if you're listening to us later, you can chime in, but is anybody else going to Rocky Mountain Cigar Fest? They got a nice write-up today from the governor of Wyoming to thank them for coming to Wyoming, and they hope they enjoy it, and they sort of rolled out the red carpet. So
yeah, I'm really interested to see how it turns out. New venue.
I think it's not an issue. This isn't, and this won't be Rocky Mountain's fault, but it's a new venue. It's a new state. You're going to have hiccups.
Sure.
It's I know the guys from Cigar Dojo are revamping everything they did. So Docella is not at somebody's house. It's at a hotel now. And, everything that they've done in their home state, they're now having to do in Wyoming. And so that's going to be a little bit of a challenge, but it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out and see if they continue in Cheyenne or if they're going to try to bring it back.
Are you getting a crispy boy, Mike?
We'll see. Fireborn says he's doing the beer tour, Docella, and everything. He's so excited. It's a good time. Just be ready for your palate to be blown out. So if your palate was blown out at the Great Smoke, you ain't seen nothing yet. I can remember.
Where is he staying, Fireborn? Where are you staying?
Yeah.
Did you get in the hotel block, or are you just driving up there for the 2 days, or what?
Yeah. I can remember when we went. I've never smoked so many cigars in a 3-day period as I did at Rocky Mountain. Other than eating dinner or eating breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you were smoking a cigar. I mean, it was like, holy cow. 8 to 10 cigars a day was not unheard of.
You had to pace yourself.
Yes. Yeah. So
just a heads up, and then I did a little research. There's total 35 different wrapper leaves out there. It's crazy.
Oh, I believe it.
And I have all 35 of them. It's crazy. Like, for example,
if we have time at the end, we'll let you read them all, Teddy.
Yes, that would be nice.
As we're fading to black, Teddy can just be reading the wrapper leaves.
So I'm wondering if that's the same. The nice thing when it was in Colorado was everybody stayed at the same hotel. You had brand owners staying at the same hotel as the common folk. And so that was really fun. So I'm curious.
Like everyone stayed a lot of people stayed at the Aleph, but there were, you could stay at the hotel where the
Omni
festival was.
Yeah, the Omni. Yeah. So this is his 8th. This will be your 8th. Wow.
He's the OG.
Sammy wants a nice long scroll of all the rap reliefs like Star Wars. Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed the camaraderie at Rocky Mountain. I thought it was a great event. To put names behind faces, or put faces behind names, I guess is however you want to say it. But we talk, a lot back and forth to people, and you never know who they really are until you meet them, and you're like, oh, okay, now I know. And you get a chance to sort of get a chance to sit down and talk to somebody about life as opposed to just cigars. So it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
And your favorite moment of for both of you was when you sat down with Steve Saka.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. And one of these days, I hope to bring Fred Rui on the show, because the most interesting thing I had was the first day. Yeah, it was the first day. I'm in an elevator and it's me and the guy, and I'm looking at him, and it's probably 7:30 in the morning, and I'm looking at this guy and I'm thinking, man, that looks like Fred Rui, who was with Illusione at the time. So we get out, we both get a cup of coffee, and I turn, I go, Fred? He's like, mm-hmm. That was it. It was like, don't talk to me. I need my coffee. Leave me alone. And he was really nice. I mean, it was, we got out there and we talked a little bit, but yeah. So I'm going to do my best. Matt. I really, truly am. So
Mike, I sent you the link on the private chat to see if you can share that. And it shows all the rappers.
Oh my God. Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot, dude. Now, another thing is to reconsider.
It's 12 pages long.
Reconsider this, like, us, all these people, all these blenders, all these cigars.
You know what that reminds me of? The scene from Forrest Gump where the guy is listing off all the
shrimps.
You can make shrimp.
Yes. That's what he's about to write. Yes, you got 35 different ways you can make a cigar with all these rappers.
We should do a short like that where Teddy's reading off the rapper leaves.
And you got Brazilian rapper, you got Brazilian Habano Beast.
That's about all there is.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. Do we have news today? Do you have news?
There was no news. There was no news. There's like
There's a lot of news.
No, it's not. The basic we talked about.
We put news out on our website. Did you see it?
Yes, the releases we do, but
we did, and a big release came out today. A big release came out today. A Black Label Trading Company, is going to start putting out sampler packs, which I think is great. His top 4 cigars he's going to put out in sampler packs. So watch for those coming to stores, because I think that's a great idea. I mean, there's nothing better than being able to go in and sort of not have to rummage through all the Black Label Trading Company cigars, just grabbing a quick 4-pack and walking out the door and going, okay, I got what I need.
Unless you like to rummage through all the cigars.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying yeah.
But a sampler pack is a nice idea.
Yeah, before they didn't had fresh specs. The only fresh spec that all this time that Black Label Trading Company had, it was the Suave. That was the Connecticut and the Maduro fresh spec. So that's very exciting to hear that that they're coming out with.
Yeah.
Tatuaje just said they're shipping a lot of the cigars they announced at PCA.
They've
got new sizes of the Havana 6 that they're doing, and some of the Black Label Reserve.
Yeah, so and they changed that for the 20 years. They changed the band on it. I saw. Also, Mikhailov orange band, the orange color from the series is coming out end of August. That's going to be kind of exciting to hear about that because I love Mikhailov, man.
Which of the 35 wrappers is the orange?
Oh, that was funny. I'll tell you in a second.
It's funny how some colors are associated with certain types of cigars, though.
Yeah.
Like
and then
white is usually associated.
So the orange is going to be Connecticut seed wrapper with undisclosed origin over a Mexican San Andres binder and a fillers from Dominican Republic and Nicaragua. So this
undisclosed wrapper.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and obviously the MSRP is going to be another $9 for that for Mikhailov. So shout out to Mikhailov keeping the prices where they need to be, and it's beautiful.
Fireborn's trying to remember how many he's been in. Now he's going to count shirts.
Fireborn, you're the OG, man.
What do you think about? Are you guys picking up the new spicy beef stick that came out this week? Steve announced that's coming. That's shipping this week.
That is starting to ship. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to get it. I'll
try one. I did get my box of Tapa Negras.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna work on a review for that this week.
Nice. I did a review. It'll be coming out. I was waiting for Marty to give me the okay. I wasn't sure if you were doing it or not, but I did review the Johnny Tobacco Nut Maduro.
Hey,
holy cow!
Oh my god, dude!
Holy cow!
Hey, shout out to Room 101, man. That cigar is fire.
And AJ. It's a Room 101 and AJ.
And AJ, yes, AJ made the blend, dude. It's I have one box because it was backward, I couldn't find anymore. But dude, guys, if you guys could get your hands on that cigar, it's very, very good, man.
Mm-hmm.
I like it better than the JT10.
So, what did you smoke it in? You've smoked that one?
Yeah, twice.
Oh, there you go.
Right, the Tapa Negra is good, right?
What did you smoke it in? What did you smoke the Giant Tobacco Nut in?
Toro.
Okay, I did the Corona Gorda.
Ooh.
And I really liked it. In the Corona. Now, people I talked to, they're not big Corona Gorda fans, but I told them, I said, I think you should try it. I think you should try it in the Corona Gorda. I understand Toro and all that, but it just seemed like the Corona Gorda was it nailed it.
That's what is the new Bissell blend from Black Label Trading Company, Corona Gorda.
Well, that in the Lancero, right? It came out in the Lancero as well. And normally those are pretty good in Lanceros.
Oh, which one?
The Bishop's blend.
I thought it was only 2 Vitolas. I thought it was Robusto. No, actually, 3. Yeah. You're right. It was 3.
Yeah.
It was 3. Yeah. Lancero, Robusto, and then Corona Gorda.
Slashua loves a Corona Gorda. David K just picked up a box. I'm not sure if that's a box of Tapa Negra or the Maduro, the Johnny Tobacco Nut Maduros. But yeah. And then I guess I had a question. This came up. I heard it on another podcast. Texas has passed a new law. So have you heard this law that they've passed? That you cannot use any type of celebrity to endorse a cigar. You cannot use any child character to endorse a cigar, or anything that could. Where's TX at?
You know, with the kids, it's kind of understandable. I get that, but like celebrities, like,
well, but I mean,
so far Teddy's down on 2 accounts. He's famous and he's young.
So like, for example, like, you know, Conor McGregor cigars. So how? I mean, it's a famous guy.
Well, it's I don't know. You know, that was my question. Because Guy Fieri. So guys, you know, that's his cigar. So, you know, he naturally sells it. That's his cigar. So would you not be able to do that? You know, so here it is. It's
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Eric Espinosa is going to go to Texas, do a say an event, and
right.
you cannot bring him in.
Right. So here it is. So it's retailers are prohibited from using cartoon characters, food images, or symbols primarily marketed to minors to advertise or display tobacco and related products.
So Limited Cigar Association is in trouble in Texas. Because Limited Cigar Association uses a lot of cartoon characters for the cigars.
And who's the company that always names their stuff after food?
Ezra Zion from Texas.
Yeah.
Oh man, I know David. David, you smoke a lot of Ezra Zion.
Hey,
and then an extra area too.
Fireborn, Crispy Boy.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that.
Just saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah, Crispy Boy, but like it's like, come on, boys.
Yeah. So I mean that's a big law.
It is
to get passed, and it's just interesting that that's what would be.
Yes,
I think it just means like you can't hire Arnold Schwarzenegger to promote your cigar.
The chopper.
Like if you own a cigar brand, they're not going to stop you from advertising.
Yeah, and I think so. Half Wheels. Go ahead, Marty. I'm sorry.
If you're hiring some Matt Damon to be your cigar spokesman,
Matt Damon.
So what it's funny. Half Wheel says this. So, furthermore, retailers are legally prohibited from using pictures of celebrities like Guy Fieri, Ray Lewis, Mike Tyson, or others who have their own celebrities endorsed cigar, but the law doesn't define what a celebrity is. And
so that's for retails and cigar launches, basically, right? They're not talking about specifically for the brands.
They're not. So this isn't towards the brands or the manufacturers, but it's towards the retailers. However, if you have a cupcake on your cigar, is that considered advertising geared towards a kid?
Man, Ezra Zion. Oof.
Depends on if it has sprinkles on
it. Yeah. So, So
what about all the marijuana stuff that's named after?
No, they don't worry about that stuff.
They don't care about that.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Is that legal in Texas?
It's not legal in Texas. I don't even know if it's medical in Texas. So,
but I mean, so here's what they're saying. They're saying that a cigar dinner that includes an image of any food would seemingly be in violation of the law. So, and then Texas retailers probably no longer allowed to reuse some of the images in this post, which is a cupcake on a cigar.
So that's what I'm saying. You know,
pork tenderloins would probably be bad.
Yeah, but it doesn't have any pictures of a pork on it, or
but it's wrapped in pork. It's wrapped as if it was a pork chop or pork tenderloin.
Because we all know kids really love pork tenderloins.
And I mean, they specifically
it took a while.
Half Wheel specifically says Ezra Zion's dark peanut butter cups, which uses branding similar to another company, would be a violation of the law. Johnny Tobacconaut could be a violation of the law because it is a cartoonish character. So, leave us alone.
The first thing about laws is you have to have someone who's willing to enforce it and
which we've
prosecute it. So
right,
be careful about who you vote for and whether they're going to act like that.
But leave us alone. Street tacos, yeah, you're right, Slashua. Street tacos.
But like it used to be with cigarettes, you'd have doctors talking about promoting 15 out of 16 doctors smoke menthol Salems or whatever.
Yeah. Sammy brings up a good point. Rojas, which is out of Texas. You're absolutely right. It's out of Texas. So yeah, here's the big question. Here's the real big question. Do those brands that have these images put a different band on cigars in Texas? Do you just, I mean, do you say, yeah?
So,
Yeah.
like an example, shout out to Eric because Eric shot me some Ezra Zion cigars. So this is
Yes,
the black
it is.
ice
Sorry,
cream,
bro.
right? So
Yeah.
the black ice cream
Mm.
has an ice cream on it. Maybe I think David probably knows this one. I think this is the Easter egg.
But that's okay. That's okay because there's no image on there that depicts.
So
Yeah,
Ezra,
so-
I think Ezra Zion has a good concept, and he probably could just tweak it a little bit and make it like that. But I think maybe Texas is gonna have issues with this.
Yeah, Rodney, I thought you were calling me a pig at one point. But yeah, I do I have it here? Do I have my pack? The quesada barbecue pig is a as cartoon character as you can get.
It is.
So I mean I would almost wonder if brands wouldn't go that route and just saying these are Texas. If somebody orders out of Texas, they say, hey, this is a Texas order, put the generic band on it. And you have a generic band that just says, you just put a white band on it and you send those to Texas. I wouldn't do anything. I just put a white band on it and put the name of the cigar in the box and go, here you go. This is the quesada barbecue pig.
So basically, like Texas turning into Canada.
Is he banned in Texas?
No, he's not.
We're not promoting, but see, we're not promoting cigar. I mean, we're not promoting a cigar in particular. We're promoting a cigar podcast, but you're not promoting a cigar, so I think we'd be safe.
Okay.
Until we get notified by the state of Texas.
Until we come out with our own cigar.
Yes.
See, look at if you guys look at the link that I send you now with Privada Cigar Club, Cigars Association. If you see through all the cigars, there's a lot of cartoons, a lot of I don't know, man. There's a lot of stuff on them, a lot of cartoons, a lot of food, cakes. There's a lot.
I said that a couple months ago. Go back and remember what I said about. Then I thought I thought the branding was bad. I'm not saying it has nothing to do with their cigars. It has to do with the branding. I understand it, but it just sends the wrong message out. It sends the wrong message out.
Yeah, but they're focusing on the kids and focusing on this and stuff like that. Oh, so David says Texas is supposed to be more conservative, and here they are passing BS laws.
That's the surprising thing to me is like, why is that law coming out of Texas? I don't understand.
Well, in TX isn't here. But I thought Texas is getting an influx of Californians. So are we starting to see that then come into their Congress? This is the only thing I can think of, because I don't understand it. You can carry a gun, but you can't have a cigar with a pig on it, because that's geared towards kids.
It just pisses me off that they say that. Like, okay, a kid is gonna do this when all the kids go out there, they get vapes back and forth, left and right. Like, it's the vape. We gotta regulate with the kids with a vape industry. When, like, literally, you have, and not just kids, everybody. It's
Time out. I don't care what you're advertising. I don't care if you put Charlie Brown on a cigar. You still got to pay for the damn thing. So if you're not of age, you're not getting it. Hey, Mom, I want that cigar. It's got Charlie Brown on it. I don't care so who cares? You got to be 21 to get it. At 21, make your own decision. It's just.
I want to ask David, what did you send me here? Let me see if I could do it. It's called the Chaotic.
It looks like a cigar to me, Teddy.
Yeah, but it's I want to know who mixes. Is Ezra Zion?
Yeah, it's Ezra
Chaotic.
Zion.
It is? Okay, because I like the band. I like it.
Yeah.
It's a cartoon.
Yeah. But I mean, it's.
Oh, here's Texas. He's chiming in. Says it bans retailer signage.
I understand it, but I mean, according to Head Wheel, and give Charlie and all them credit.
He's not a lawyer, though.
No.
So basically, like I said, like like I had the McGregor sign right on the door of the humidor. So that's basically banned in Texas.
Well, what Half Wheel's saying is while the law explicitly mentions marketing and advertising, it seems likely that the state could argue it also applies to packaging because the legislation includes the language any manner related to the retailer's sale. So it's sort of leaving the door open to be able to go, okay, you don't have a sign job, you don't have sign out there, but if a kid, again, this is stupid. If a kid walks into your humidor, that's fault number one of the retailer. He could see Porky Pig or this pig on the cigar and turn to his mom and say, would you buy this for me? Because it's got a pig on it. And that's, it's absolutely stupid.
Well, the crazy part is like when a retail a cigar lounge allows a dad and his daughter to come in, because I had a situation like that. A dad tried to walk in with this little girl, and I'm like, hey man, this is not allowed here. It's a smoke lounge. Not just forget about the getting influence about all these cartoons on the cigars and this and that. We're talking about kind of health issues when the kid is only like 9 years old. And I remember he brought her up to the door. She's like, is he okay to stay there? I'm like, no, she needs to stay in the car. Like, you shouldn't be doing this. And then the guy, eventually, what happened is that he is like, okay, I'll be right back when I'm going to go drop her off. Yeah, duh. You bringing your daughter to a cigar lounge to buy it.
But that's what I'm saying. I mean,
crazy.
You don't, cigars are advertising and Major League Baseball. They're not advertising on TV.
No.
So where's the kid seeing this stuff at? If dad's smoking it or mom's smoking it, well, then that's their issue and they deal with it. At the same point, you're not bringing a kid into a cigar lounge. And if a retailer's letting a kid into a cigar lounge, that's stupid. And quite honestly, as many cigar lounges as I've gone to in my life, I don't remember any of them putting, okay, yes, they put a picture of Conor McGregor or Guy Fieri or Ray Lewis on a door because they've got an event coming up, but that's it. They're not hanging a sign out on the door that says, come buy the Guy Fieri, 58th cigar. They're just not doing it. So, I mean, Marty said it right. I think you've got to find the people that are going to enforce it. And then at the same point, you're going to have a judge then turn around and go, okay, well, what's my fine? What am I fining? Am I fining them $750 because they violated this? And the brand to go, well, it doesn't fit what you said here. All right, yeah, well, we're gonna make that new, and we'll slap you on the wrist. And
so that law, it's for sure passed. Like, it's not okay. Wow.
Yeah, it's Senate Bill 1313. Senate Bill 1313 was passed in June. So, yeah. So
interesting. And
it also includes vaping products. So I'm curious if the term strawberry jelly for a vape product is considered a no-no now. Watermelon ice cream is, or watermelon sorbet or whatever. I mean, vape products have got all kinds of funky names.
You're making me hungry, Mike.
Hey, guys, Mike is vaping.
Yeah. I worked in a lounge for a while.
I'm salivating.
Yeah. So let's do some wild tales while we're get Marty's mind off of food.
Welcome to Wild Tales from the Wild Side, brought to you by Drew Estate. Mike, what stories do you have for us today?
Today we have a squirrel playing baseball, a leopard on the loose, a bear is shopping again, and oops, sorry, I didn't mean to pull you over.
This whole segment is banned in Texas.
That's exactly it. Yeah. The squirrel that took over Major League Baseball during Monday's Orioles-Tigers game at Comerica Park, a black squirrel invaded the field and evaded players and more than a dozen grounds crew members. Orioles outfielder Leody Tavares briefly scooped it up with his glove, but the squirrel escaped. The Tigers mascot joined the rebellion by holding a sign up that said, "Free the squirrel." It was eventually captured safely after delaying the game for a part of 2 innings.
Oh, God.
How do those squirrels? Do you ever wonder how squirrels get onto baseball fields? Because it's happened. Baseball fields and football fields quite a bit.
I mean, they could climb. They climb trees. So, I mean.
I don't know. So.
I've seen cats on.
I see cats, yeah.
Birds are always landing.
Birds. I've never seen a squirrel, no.
The famous Randy Johnson bird strike.
Mm-hmm.
Still probably one of the craziest.
What year was that?
Oh my gosh, that was back when
Randy Johnson was pitching.
Yeah, back in the 90s. Was it the early 90s?
I was a baby. Okay.
Google that video. Google that video. That's disturbing. All right. An endangered leopard escaped the South Carolina Zoo. Irina, a 4-year-old Amur leopard, escaped the enclosure at the Greenville Zoo. Visitors were evacuated while the staff searched the grounds. Irina never left the zoo and was safely tranquilized and returned to her enclosure without injuries. Officials later said it was human error, which of course, but I want to know, at what point do you tell your guest that a leopard has escaped its enclosure? It's like, we want you to evacuate. Well, what's going on? Oh, we just want you to evacuate. Okay, well, people running is not a good thing. It's like
don't
food.
pet the kitty.
Yeah.
Kitty.
This one got my attention. I didn't even need to Google this. This one got my attention right away. Black bear sends Tennessee shoppers scrambling. One of my favorite towns in Tennessee. A black bear ran through a busy parking lot in Gatlinburg, which when I saw the video, I know exactly where that was at. I've been there quite a few times. So sent shoppers racing towards their vehicles. And of course, there was one person who attempted to take a video, and the bear got a little bit too close to him. So he jumped back into his car. So, but it's just one of those things of, why is it when there's something terrible happening or there's a wild animal running around that people pull their phones out? I'm going to take this video quick and make my $15 or $50 because I'm going to sell it to some TV station, and that's it. That's definitely worth your life.
We went to Jasper and Banff a few years ago, and my wife loves to take wildlife photography.
Yeah.
And there was a bear on the side of the road, and there's a line of cars that had stopped. And so we stopped, and she's like, got the window open. The bear's slowly making its way up the side of the road. You could literally hear the bear breathing. I'm like, I've got my foot on the gas and ready to hit the gas pedal. But it worked out okay.
Nice.
She got
it's beautiful. I've seen people doing it, Wyoming, Montana. It's beautiful to take pictures of the animal. There's animals everywhere over there.
Yeah. Again, it's worth your life. I got a good picture. Look, watch the bear taking my arm off.
They can move surprisingly fast.
Yes, they can.
As the one guy in wherever found out.
The grandfather who got bucked by the what was it that
buffalo?
Hit? The buffalo, yeah.
Yeah.
This one is near and dear to me. Fake officer pulls over real undercover cops. A Florida man allegedly equipped his vehicle with flashing red and blue lights and attempted to conduct a traffic stop. Unfortunately, he selected an undercover Hillsborough County Sheriff's officer. The vehicle was occupied by 2 detectives. The detectives reversed the traffic stop and arrested the man.
Okay, you still. Well, who the hell is you? Hillsborough County, huh? That's what.
Yeah.
That's a big county in Florida. That's
Oh my God. Yes. So, and that wraps up another chaotic episode of Wild Tales, proudly presented by Drew Estates. From wild animal encounters to job site disasters, backyard fails, and in-home mishaps that always start with, watch this. The best stories usually begin with a terrible decision. And when the dust settles and everybody somehow survives, light up a Drew Estate cigar. From the Liga Privada to acid, Drew Estate is made for stories worth telling. Drew Estate's for the wild ones and the people who live to tell the tale. Oh my gosh. Yeah. We got him.
what do you say? He didn't have the carpet on my face when he pitched. I didn't get that.
Randy
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Stop the presses.
We need to talk about that.
Fireborn, he was on last week. Jimothy was on last week. He was on our show.
Jimothy, yeah.
So you ducked out early, and now you're calling me out, and you're wrong. I'm just telling you.
I didn't get this. Like, what does this mean?
Sammy Flo, you didn't have that beard on your face when.
Oh,
Randy
absolutely not. Yeah, this is the first time on my 30s that I grow a beard. So
Yes.
I can't connect this still. It's a little spotty.
Sloshua loves a good Florida man story.
There's a lot of stuff.
Florida seems to have those people that make bad decisions. They just seem to have those people that make bad decisions.
The Sunshine State. A lot of sun out there makes you cuckoo.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, I love Florida.
So
There's a lot of people in Wisconsin like that too.
oh yeah. Yes.
Yes,
you are.
That's genetics.
Well, I was telling Matt and I were talking last night, and I said to him, the weather you've had up in Minnesota is it's as hot as it's been. That's not Minnesota weather. That's not Minnesota weather to be.
Yeah, I've seen this. Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah.
And the Bronx.
Yes. Yeah.
That is so true. Oh, that's awesome. You guys don't want me to
milk on that. Oh God, I love our audience. I absolutely love our audience. I'm glad you guys
are awesome, man. Making us laugh.
We probably should read that out. I don't know if I read it out loud or not.
We wouldn't wish that on a cat, would we?
Yeah, no. David K says, Teddy, it's okay to put some milk on that stash and let the cat lick it off. So, yeah.
Poor cat.
Come here, kitty. Oh man.
No.
Are we really reading all these rappers or no?
No, we are not.
I was ready to go, man.
No. That'll be another hour-long show, or another hour another hour to our show.
That'll be the after show.
I won't read the details. I'm just gonna read the rappers.
Pay on Patreon to listen to Teddy read the rappers.
Sammy, we are going straight through. We do not break for anything. We right through.
Right through. No breaks for us. We got three of us. There's always going to be at least one of us around to do a podcast.
Yeah. So
if I miss most of the time, I'm the one that's missing is because of work. I'm the youngest one, so it's
I have another. We do it for you all.
That's right. The only time we would break is if it was a major holiday. It would be Christmas or New Year's. It would probably
Tuesday, when Tuesday lands on a major holiday.
And to be honest, this is like.
Now, wait a minute. Hold on. Stop a second. Sammy Flo. I know who you're talking about. That's all I'm going to say. I know who you're talking about. So,
you got to say it. No.
He says, that's awesome. No brakes, all gas. That's one of the WWE guys. Jacob Fatu.
Hey, Brock Lesnar's coming back, huh?
He's back and he's going to be out. He's been back for a while. He'll be out by Sunday. Sunday's SummerSlam. It's a 2-day event, and he will officially retire after Sunday. That's my prediction.
So I have a weird question. So now, if you have ESPN Plus or whatever it's called, you get automatically the okay.
Yeah, it automatically
comes in. Interesting.
Yeah. So,
believe it or not, people came on Friday night. They're like, "Can you put WWE?" I'm like, I guess I can.
Yeah, it's a big lead. It's the SummerSlam this week.
Yeah.
this weekend. So this coming weekend. So it leads into a lot of people wanting to watch it for a big event. It's just like WrestleMania. You'll get people that'll come in the month before WrestleMania to try to catch up on everything because they want to watch WrestleMania. So
isn't training camp opening next week?
it is August 1st. Well, August 3rd. It'll be, yeah. So that'll be interesting. Interesting year coming up. I've already got one person on this podcast, not on this podcast, out of us three, but one person that watches that every day is sending me memes or shorts about another team.
Getting the same ones.
Yeah. Yes, we are. So, yes, we are. So just told him, I said, just got to wait and see. That's all I'm going to say. We're not going to get into it. But, so next week, John Simmons, we'll be putting out the teaser for that in a couple of days here, but remember to like our shows, share our show. We could use the likes as much as we can. Update on our viral video. We're up to 350,000 people that have watched our viral video.
Wow.
Our members, our members on Instagram is growing exponentially.
We have more subscribers on Instagram than YouTube. So
yeah. So, and I just before the show, I was watching, there was a guy, it's called Smokin' Sounds. He was doing a live Instagram feed talking about stuff. So, it was interesting. So
should we have, I'll throw this to the audience. Should we have more people in the spirits world, bourbon and whatever, on the show as guests? Would you like to see that?
Yeah.
I think it attracted a lot of people, a lot of non-smoker people, and they kind of liked that show.
Mm-hmm.
It was awesome.
And it was a big following. It's a big, so more cigars. David Case says more cigars. I agree, David. Again, if anybody asks, the reason that we brought, I like Single Cast Nation. I like those guys. What went viral? Is it on? It's not on YouTube. It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube, but the video went viral on Instagram.
Yeah.
For shaking a bottle of liquor. As mundane as that sounds, it's gone absolutely viral. I can't believe we're at 350,000 people watching that video and commenting on it.
The first day that you put it on the short clip, it was 7,000 the first night.
Yes. Yeah. And then the next day we were at 25,000.
Crazy.
A couple hours later, we were at 35,000 and it just kept growing. So, but yeah, those guys did stuff with Aganorsa. They've done cigars with Aganorsa. So that was the big draw. And like I said, they have an event coming up here in Chicago, October the 15th. You can still use the code. Do we have the code? We have the code. Don't we have the code? Yeah, there it is. Chi-Town. If you go to Single Cast Nation and want to be a part of their Jubilee on October the 15th, you can enter the code Chi-Town15 and get a discount for $99 plus fees. So whatever the fees are for the site that's hosting their ticket sales, there's those fees built into it. So, but yeah, like and subscribe to our show. Share it to your timeline. Tell everybody about next week being John Simmons from Warfighter. I'm going to mention it to Juan Cancel, see if Juan will check us out. I know he's been trying to work with those guys and get them on to the dojo. So I'll mention to him that we're going to have them on, and it should be a great show.
We're having a HERF this weekend, so I'm excited to see everybody.
Yeah.
If you're in the Chicago area, contact us. We'll invite you, even though it's not at either of our houses.
Yeah. Eric, I don't know if Eric is still here or not. Fantastic cigar. I'm sort of glad I waited a little bit because I'm enjoying this a little bit more than if we would have when you guys smoked it. Because I wouldn't.
Do you think it's a box worthy?
Nothing against anything. I'm not buying boxes, but yes, I think if you're buying a box of cigars, I think this is definitely a box worthy cigar. I absolutely agree. Yeah, but I'm not going to lie to somebody and say, oh yeah, I'm going to buy a box. I'm not buying boxes anymore.
If you need more, I'll tell them to send us more and I'll pay him. So
I'm going to put a bet down on saying that you're going to get some crispy boys though, because I've never seen an Aganorsa release that you've not gotten.
That's not a no. That's not a no.
Here's the thing I'm curious about this cigar. I'm absolutely curious about the cigar. It's an Aganorsa cigar. I'm annoyed at the name. That's what I'll say.
What's the blend? You guys know the blend, or at least the
No, it's got the Criollo 98 and Criollo 99 in it. So, you know, that's standard for any Aganorsa cigar. So, yeah, but you know, so, all right, Marty, close us out.
All right. Next week, Warfighter Cigars. Go get your Warfighter cigars and join us. Should be a good show. Until then, stay safe and put some smoke in the air.